Hello everyone, how are you enjoying our Learn American English podcast so far? Today we will listen to episode 8. In today's episode we will learn about American culture via the article, Essential American Etiquette and Social Norms for Newcomers. Next, we will build our American English vocabulary by learning about collocations. Finally, we will learn why learning as teams and collaborating with other English learners is crucial for learning American English more effectively. Okay, are you ready to begin? Let's go.
Essential American Etiquette and Social Norms for Newcomers. Moving to the United States can be exciting but also challenging. Americans have specific social rules that may be different from your home country. This guide will help you understand the most important etiquette and social norms in American culture. Greetings and introductions. In the USA, people usually shake hands when they meet someone for the first time. The handshake should be firm but not too strong. Make eye contact and smile. When you meet friends or people you know well, you can say hi or hello. Some friends may hug, but a handshake is always safe and appropriate. Americans often use first names, even with people they just met. If someone says, "Call me John," you should use their first name, not Mr. or Mrs. This is normal and not disrespectful in American culture. Personal space and physical contact. Americans value personal space. When talking to someone, stand about an arm's length away, about 60 to 90 centimeters. Standing too close may make people uncomfortable. Americans do not touch others very much in public. Avoid touching someone's arm, shoulder, or back unless you know them well. In professional settings, keep physical contact to a minimum. Punctuality, being on time. In the United States, being on time is very important. If you have an appointment, a job interview, or a meeting, you should arrive on time or even 5 to 10 minutes early. If you are going to be late, call or send a message to let people know. For social events like parties or dinners at someone's home, it is okay to arrive 10 to 15 minutes after the start time. However, do not arrive more than 15 minutes late without calling first. Small talk and conversation. Americans often make small talk, light, friendly conversation about general topics. Common small talk topics include the weather, sports, weekend plans, hobbies. Small talk is a way to be friendly and build relationships. Even if it seems unnecessary, participating in small talk is an important social skill in American culture. Topics to avoid. Some topics are considered too personal or sensitive for casual conversation. Avoid asking about someone's age, how much money someone earns, someone's weight, political views, unless you know the person well, religious beliefs, unless you know the person well. It is also unpolite to ask someone how much did that cost, about their clothes, car, or house. Direct communication. Americans typically communicate in a direct way. They often say exactly what they mean. If an American says no, thank you, it means no. You do not need to ask again. At work, people speak directly about problems and give direct feedback. This is not rude, it is the normal way of communicating in American professional culture. Saying please, thank you, and excuse me. Americans use polite words very often. Always say please when you ask for something. Thank you when someone helps you or gives you something. Excuse me when you need to pass by someone or get someone's attention. I'm sorry or excuse me if you bump into someone accidentally. Using these words is very important in American culture, even in small situations. Tipping culture. Tipping is expected in the United States. In restaurants, you should tip 15 to 20% of the bill before tax. You also tip taxi or rideshare drivers, 15 to 20%. Hairdressers, 15 to 20%. Food delivery, 15 to 20%. Hotel housekeeping, $2 to $5 per day. The tip is not included in the price, so you must add it. Service workers depend on tips as part of their income. Waiting in lines, queues. When waiting for service at a store, bank, or bus stop, Americans form a line and wait their turn. Never push ahead or cut in front of others in line. This is considered very rude. If you are not sure where the line starts, you can ask, "Is this the end of the line?" Restaurant etiquette. In American restaurants, the server will bring you a menu and come to take your order. It is normal to ask questions about the food. You can ask, "What do you recommend?" or "Is this dish spicy?" Do not call the server by saying "hey" or snapping your fingers. Instead, make eye contact and raise your hand slightly, or wait for them to return to your table. When you finish eating, the server will bring the bill, also called the check. You can pay at the table. Remember to add your tip. Work culture. American workplace culture values independence and speaking up. It is normal to ask questions if you do not understand something. Share your ideas in meetings. Take initiative without waiting to be told what to do. Being busy is often seen as positive. Americans may ask "How are you?" and expect a brief answer like "Good, how about you?" rather than a detailed explanation. Friendliness does not always mean close friendship. Americans are often friendly and may smile at strangers, but this does not always mean they want to be close friends. People might say "we should get together sometime" as a polite expression, not a real invitation. If someone wants to make specific plans, they will suggest a particular day and time. Privacy and personal questions. Americans value privacy. Do not ask someone you just met about their marital status, whether they have children or why they do not, medical conditions, family problems. Wait until you know someone better before discussing these topics. Shoes in the house. This varies by household. Some Americans wear shoes inside their homes, while others remove them. When you visit someone's home, look to see if there are shoes by the door. If you are not sure, you can ask, "Should I take off my shoes?" Final thoughts. Cultural adaptation takes time. Do not worry if you make mistakes. Most Americans understand that you are learning their customs. If you are unsure about what to do in a situation, it is okay to politely ask. People usually appreciate that you want to learn and respect their culture. Remember, these are general guidelines. The United States is diverse, and customs may vary by region, workplace, and individual preferences. Observe the people around you and adapt to the specific culture of your community. Vocabulary help. Etiquette. Rules for polite behavior. Norm. Something that is typical or expected. Firm. Strong and solid. Punctuality. Being on time. Small talk. Light, casual conversation. Direct. Saying exactly what you mean. Initiative. Starting action without being told. Privacy. Keeping personal information to yourself.
Collocations. Definition: collocations are words that frequently appear together in natural language, creating conventional word partnerships that native speakers recognize as normal and expected combinations. Explanation: collocations follow patterns of typical usage rather than strict grammatical rules. They make language sound natural and fluent. Strong collocations are difficult to substitute. We say heavy rain, not weighty rain, while weak collocations allow more flexibility. Learning collocations is essential for achieving native-like fluency and avoiding awkward word combinations that are grammatically correct but sound unnatural. 10-word examples. Make plus decision. Heavy plus rain. Strong plus coffee. Pay plus attention. Take plus advantage. Break plus news. Catch plus cold. Do plus homework. Keep plus promise. Save plus time.
Learning together. The power of cooperative learning in ESL classrooms. Introduction. When you learn English in a classroom, you are not alone. You have classmates who are on the same journey as you. But did you know that working together with your classmates can help you learn English faster and better? This way of learning is called cooperative learning or team learning. In this article, we will explore why learning together is so important and how it can help you become a better English speaker. What is cooperative learning? Cooperative learning means working with other students to complete tasks and solve problems together. Instead of working alone all the time, You work in pairs or small groups. Everyone in the group has a role, and everyone helps each other learn. In an ESL classroom, cooperative learning can include activities like discussing a topic in small groups, working together to write a story, practicing conversations with a partner, solving language puzzles as a team, helping each other correct mistakes. Why is cooperative learning important? You practice speaking more. In a traditional classroom, the teacher talks most of the time and students listen. But in cooperative learning, you talk much more. When you work in groups, you have many chances to speak English with your classmates. This extra practice helps you become more confident and fluent. For example, if you practice a dialogue with a partner for 10 minutes, you speak more than if you only answered one question in front of the whole class. You learn from each other. Your classmates know some things that you don't know, and you know some things that they don't know. When you work together, you can share your knowledge. Maybe your partner knows a word that you forgot, or maybe you can explain a grammar rule that your partner finds difficult. This way, everyone learns something new. You feel less afraid to make mistakes. Many students feel nervous about speaking English because they are afraid of making mistakes. But when you work in a small group with your classmates, you feel more comfortable. Your classmates make mistakes too. They understand how you feel. This friendly environment helps you try new words and expressions without fear. You build important life skills. Cooperative learning doesn't just help you learn English. It also teaches you skills that are important in work and in life. Communication skills. You learn how to express your ideas clearly. Listening skills. You learn to listen carefully to others. Teamwork skills. You learn how to work well with different people. Problem-solving skills. You learn to find solutions together. Leadership skills. You learn to take responsibility and help others. The benefits of team learning. Better understanding. When you study alone, sometimes you don't understand something and you feel stuck. But in a team, you can ask your classmates for help. They can explain the same idea in a different way that makes more sense to you. Sometimes a classmate's explanation is easier to understand than the teacher's explanation because they use simpler words or examples from your shared experience. More motivation. Learning in a team is more fun than learning alone. When you work with others, you feel more motivated to participate and do your best. You don't want to disappoint your teammates, so you work harder. Also, when your team completes a task successfully, you feel proud and happy together. Real communication practice. In real life, we communicate with many different people. Cooperative learning gives you practice with real communication. You learn to ask questions when you don't understand. Give your opinion. Agree or disagree politely. Negotiate and compromise. Explain your ideas to others. These are exactly the communication skills you need outside the classroom. Different perspectives. Every student in your class has a different background, different experiences, and different ideas. When you work in groups, you hear many different perspectives. This makes learning more interesting and helps you think in new ways. For example, in a discussion about holidays, students from different countries can share their traditions, and everyone learns about different cultures. Support and friendship. Learning a new language can be challenging, but you don't have to do it alone. When you work cooperatively with your classmates, you build friendships and create a support network. Your classmates become your study partners and friends who encourage you when learning feels difficult. How to be a good team member. To get the most benefits from cooperative learning, it's important to be a good team member. Here are some tips. Participate actively. Share your ideas and opinions. Don't stay silent. Listen carefully. When others speak, listen with attention and respect. Be positive and encouraging. Support your teammates and celebrate their successes. Help others. If you know something, share your knowledge with your team. Ask for help when you need it. Don't be shy about asking questions. Do your part. Complete the tasks that your team gives you. Be patient. Remember that everyone learns at a different speed. Use English. Even if you and your classmates speak the same native language, try to use English in your group activities. Common cooperative learning activities. Here are some popular cooperative learning activities in ESL classrooms. Think, pair, share. First, you think about a question alone. Then, you discuss your ideas with a partner. Finally, you share your ideas with the whole class. Jigsaw reading. Each team member reads a different part of a text. Then, everyone shares what they learn with the group, and together you understand the complete story. Role plays. You and your classmates act out different situations, like ordering food in a restaurant or having a job interview. Group projects. Your team works together to create something, like a presentation, a poster, or a video. Peer editing. You exchange your writing with a classmate, and you help each other find mistakes and improve. Conclusion. Cooperative learning and team learning are powerful tools for learning English. When you work together with your classmates, you practice more, learn from each other, build confidence, and develop important life skills. You also make learning more enjoyable and create friendships that can last beyond the classroom. Remember, every student in your class is on the same journey. You are all learning, growing, and sometimes struggling together. By supporting each other and working as a team, you can all achieve your goals faster and have fun along the way. So the next time your teacher asks you to work in groups, embrace the opportunity. Be an active participant, help your teammates, and enjoy the benefits of learning together. Your English skills and your confidence will grow stronger every day. Learning together is learning better.